My mother-in-law treats my home like it's hers. She told my mom I'm a bad wife, because I don't cook enough for her son. She walks into our bedroom 20 times a day. Then, gave my sister-in-law the keys without telling me, and my husband just let her. Imagine waking up in your own home, only to find your mother-in-law barging into your bedroom uninvited. Not once, not twice, but 20 times. Every single morning. She rearranges your furniture, undermines your words, criticizes your body, and somehow you're the bad guy if you say anything. Now imagine your husband's sister and her entire family showing up unannounced to stay in your tiny apartment, and you're the last person to know. Welcome to my life. A life where boundaries are shattered, respect is optional, and silence is the only thing keeping the peace. But not anymore. This is the story of how I went from silent to done. 3 years ago, my husband and I got married. It was a beautiful ceremony. The kind that seems like a fairy tale from the outside. Soft lights, laughter, friends and family raising glasses in celebration. I remember the way my husband looked at me when I walked down the aisle, like I was the only person in the world. And maybe, for a moment, I believed I could live in that bubble forever. Just him and me, a team, an unbreakable bond. But life has a cruel way of testing bonds, doesn't it? Especially when you're married into a family where one person doesn't want to let go. In the beginning, my relationship with my mother-in-law wasn't bad. In fact, I made a real effort. She was intense, I'll admit, very particular about how things should be done. The kind of woman who alphabetizes her spices and insists on vacuuming under the couch every day. Controlling, yes. But I chalked it up to her personality. Everyone has their quirks, right? And I'm an introvert. Quiet around older people. Always the observer, never the disruptor. I grew up learning that keeping the peace was more important than being right. So I played nice. I smiled. I made polite conversation. I offered to help with dishes. I complimented her outfits. I went out of my way to respect her, hoping that mutual respect would grow between us. But respect is a two-way street, and she wasn't even on the same map. Still, I gave her grace. Again and again. Because I knew what people like her did when they felt challenged. I'd seen it in small ways early on, a sideways glance when I suggested something different from her plans. A forced smile when my husband chose to take my side on a trivial matter, or how her voice would lift in passive-aggressive sweetness whenever I dared to disagree. But the real shift came slowly, like a fog rolling in. You don't notice it until you're already surrounded. She lived in another state, which I thought would make things easier. Less proximity, fewer conflicts. But distance didn't